Hello there everybody, welcome back to episode 3 of my early age Vanheim gameplay series for Dominion 6. Today will be a lot of things happening. We will be taking more of the Eastern Front, that's for sure. We have sitting over here still an elite squad of 29 and another elite squad of 21, which are in all regards pretty much capable of running over this entire place. Our current issues are LANKA on this side of the map, but they look rather underdeveloped, but we'll see about that. And Soromadia, bordering here on my southern front, holding 2 of the thrones that I require to win this game. So, most of the commands have been already made for this turn. We have Granlodner capturing another province here, from Grimna doing the same, while in Vanheim we are cranking out high-end Vanheris, and in the High Woods we have finally finished our palisades. Not a moment too soon, as Soromadia is encroaching our borders, and I'm really a little bit concerned about what we got here, so well, I'm very tempted to put up some extra provincial defenses here on the borders, even though that is not too much gold left that I can invest. I still have the feeling that I appreciate letting them bleed if they want to go onto my territory. So the total lack of thrones on my side of the map is bothering me heavily. There has also been a very smart sentiment that I didn't know about, maybe you didn't either. So stacking 2 owl quills on 1 researcher doesn't work. There is no statement about that. Obviously you need to read the manual. I think that would be really nice if the tooltip would state that somewhere, that these items don't stack. I mean, I guess veterans from the series of Dominions know that already, but to me it was quite a surprise. So we're spreading out the owl quills henceforth, and we are definitely going to make more of these, but my man Ask is on the job. Okay, and so I got a real huge amount of earth gems that lie around unused. I really dislike that, so let's see what we can do. We could forge ourselves some really heavy-hitting weapons out of that. I think that would be one smart thing to do with it. Apart from that, braces of protection are really good items for any solo combatant. Boots of giant strength give us a really nice heavy push-up in terms of damage. And of course we can make a lot of high value black steel plate, which has a terribly high encumbrance rating, making the commander in question less powerful in spellcasting. Since I'm currently focusing pretty much in spellcasting, we're going to forge ourselves rather some less heavy items. Let's see. I'm really vibing with those braces of protection, so let's do that for now. Okay. Let's move forward. Really excited about this one. Let's see. So there was a battle in Ashington where we, well, I assume we just overran a couple of indies, but let's see if that's the case. So our little boys here are by now already pretty powerful. And yeah, hitting the front lines and just decimating them in no time. The offensive power of the Vanheris is just outright insane. So yeah, no attrition here. In Zonria, we had some attrition because we faced a couple of more powerful enemies. Ironically enough, it was the militia and the Slinger who took down these guys. And Zaran Forest, yeah, that's just my scout getting some intel on me. Speaking about which, Ubar has arrived. These are the precursor nation to Naba. So, well, let's check out what this battle showed us. They got a raiding party of 9 Androphags, which are pretty decent cavalry, I suppose. I'm quite surprised that they were able to overrun it like that. I wouldn't have assumed that they are that resilient, but yeah, defense 17. They got a bless running. Ah, limited invulnerability. So we probably should take a look at this battle, as it will give us valuable insight about how the Soromadian armies work. So, let's see. Is there even a blessing in here? Can you bless even? Yes, you can, but you didn't. Alright, now she comes up with the bless. Alright. So let's check the invulnerability out. Who of these has the bless? Shouldn't it show up somewhere? Ah, here. Withering weapons and... Seriously? No readout about the amount of invulnerability? Alright. Seems like I need to check out the manual for that. Sad. Would be nice to see that somehow. But well, because you know, limited invulnerability is always such a thing. So the Androphag riders are super fast, but I assume they did mostly win this due to the enemy's weak moral, because they took quite a lot of damage. Check this one out, 2 HP left. So that was more lucky fluke that everything went down as they wanted to than anything else. So we found a copper idol, more air gems. Good job, Kwasi. Keep going. Alteration 3 has been researched. Wonderful. So before we go over the next messages, Alteration 3 is a really important milestone for us, as it opens up protective winds, which is really, really powerful, as we are still very vulnerable to projectile attacks, and this negates that weakness outright. And we also gain access to Displaced Body, which is an amazing self-buff. Attacking units have their attack skill reduced by 5. This is really, really a lot. And Group Blur. That is not so necessary for our current composition, as the Horb and Harrys are have that blur in their bless implemented. That is therefore not that interesting. Mist Form will be amazing later down the road, as it will be really, really powerful. But for now, I want to go to level 2 of Enchantment. Why exactly? For completion's sake? I disagree with that right now. We are so much on the verge of a war that completing this just because is not really an option. I mean, we have on level 3 quite a lot of cool things. Shroud of Bewilderment is pretty nice, as it will just hinder the enemy's ability to attack us, but that ain't as important. So let's see, Thaumaturgy 2 opens up Steel Breath, which is a pretty nice spell against commanders. And Sleep. Sleep is cool. Taking down enemies like that is never a bad thing. But we are looking here for the tier 3 spells as well. So, well, I'm not too happy about it, but I think we should be doing it nevertheless. Okay, so let's see. We forged a Bracers of Protection. So I'd say we're going to go for... I don't want to go for two-handed weapons here, because I really don't feel like it should have been like that. I'm just not sure. We're going to take the Sword of Sharpness there, and not forget to apply the next Alquill. I just want to slowly start forging myself some good gear for the situations to come. Alright. So down here at High Woods, I really want to keep going with the fortress building, as this is really, really important for us. I think we're going to start racking up herdmen now down here in this fort. Oh, sheesh. The recruitment points are really, really too low. But whatever. We're going to start racking up these dudes, as I feel like this will help us a lot. So, The Ubarian troops are creeping on us here. So, well, let's take that little province here. And Hrimgrimna's troops will take Elder Hill. We're going to recruit people in the new provinces, as we always do. But over here, I'll take some small extra investment into provincial defenses, just to force them to some attrition, at the very least. Okay, treasury is filling up. That is really nice. So I should really consider already where should my next fortress be. So this province here looks very, very promising to me, as there's a good amount of resource available in Elder Hill, and as the border province it will also be of quite some importance. I assume that LANKA will be closing on in at some point, so I don't think that these provinces here will have an easy life. Therefore, I'm going to invest a little bit more of my gold into the provincial defenses here. I just don't want to lose everything I got here just in the blink of an eye. Okay. I think we can stay like that for the time being. Let's check back to Vanheim. We do have on Chotwick here quite a nice squad together already. So the bracers of protection go onto this slot here and will increase the protection by quite a lot. The biggest issue I got with the Vanadrot is that they're it's 24 defense. Holy moly. Their protection rating is quite low. That's what I'm trying to get down to. So, well, but I think I'm going to rack up more troops for the time being and call this turn a day. And let's see. So we found another magic site, the Gorge of Echoes in Epernia. Wonderful. This is really, really good for us to get more and more of these. But I also feel as if we really need to fortify Epernia as well. But I mean, alright, our man Shilgin is already on the job. Tell you what, I got a really bad feeling, and I'm going to keep Elsvin here at Epernia. I have that vague feeling that the peaceful times will be over rather sooner than later. So, Cedarwood Forest, it's another overrun situation. And Elder Hill, we took that as well. Wonderful. So, Cedarwood Forest did cost us again 2 of our Vanharies. Barbarians, my friends, barbarians. They are just the stuff that kills people. Okay. So with Elder Hill under my control, I'm going to rotate now Granlodner down to Elder Hill. And Hrimgrimna's army will keep conquering the provinces here. But at the end of the day, it will be now boiling more and more down to outright warfare. As it should be. So, since we already discovered a... yeah, here we are already building a lot of palisades. I gotta say, I'm really, really happy with my work here so far. So... now's the question, should we bring Strongbay into the possession of a palisade as well? I say yes. I say totally yes. So we're going to deduce the amount of provincial defense and one of these where I... oh, you cannot reduce them anymore when you have selected... whatever. We're just going to reduce our recruitment spots here. And we're going to start building in Strongbay as well. Having those palisades will help me a lot. Alright. Our new commanders get to patrol. The new weapon has been made, so our man Chotwick can have now a sword of sharpness. And we need to give another of these quills to our researchers. This is increasing our research speed quite substantially. So where are we right now? Conjuration will hit 2 any moment, and that will be, well, storm power, which can be quite useful if we have storms. So blood magic. Well, the real deal behind the blood magic is when we hit level 4 to get those storm demons. This is probably one of the most appealing things for our current situation. So I want to revoke a few things here. So let's see. Alteration 4 will bring me Mist Form, which is a real powerhouse, and Twilight, which increases Glamour Mage's skills and lowers precision in general. I don't see that much as a must-have. I really think Evocation 4 will be where my money's at. That Thunder Strike looks darn tasty. Ephemeral Blast also looks pretty interesting. Even Ghost Wolf looked pretty good. Okay, so we're going to go for that kind of thing. And let's see, enchantment, does there... Well... So I think I want to have a order like that. So Conjuration 3 brings me not too much. Conjuration 4 would bring me something. Let's leave it like that. I don't want to get struck in between these things. So, the lucky coin. I'm gonna do that. This is not Earth Gem spending. I know. But it's still really good. Okay. So, well, we got a really substantial army sitting there at Jotwix. So, tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to pick you there, Svafner, and your job is to put up a couple of blesses. And let's see what can we do after that. Where's the alteration? Protective winds? Yes. So tell you what, we're going to go for protective winds and then blesses. There we go. Cast spells, so he stays on a defensive note, and I think this should be really doing the trick. And we're going to go a bit more up front here. If I find my commander, that is, here Swafner goes also a little bit more up front. We are, after all, a full-on in-your-face little army here, so let's do this. Go in their faces. I really feel like Swafner's army is necessary to fall into the front lines, as my current skirmishing parties are all quite thinned out, and new recruits are really waiting. So LANKA made their first move. We found a brigand lair, which allows me the recruitment of villains. What are these? Stealthy, undisciplined, short bow. Well, they are exceedingly cost-effective, I guess. Whatever. So, Ashington, let's check it out, what happened there. So we got for ourselves, in Ashington, some provincial defenders. We got a Vanheim, that's good, but the rest is just standard units. So, Anusara, they got Spirit Sight, which is a real hassle. I don't know if Spirit Sight is countering Glamour. I'll be looking this up any moment. But apart from that, these guys have high HP, just a buckler, and no further armor. They hit like a truck, but they should keel over rather quickly. Then we have Ghanas, which also have Spirit Sight. So these fellas are ethereal. Now, that sucks. It's magical damage. Azaras. Demon Ogre Rakshasa. Okay. Chaos Power. So they got a lot of Spirit Sight on their ranks, so I really don't think that we're getting the upper hand in this scenario. My commander will be attacked by these young gentlemen here any moment. Let's see how long he'll hold up against these. I bet not too long. I am frankly surprised that he holds out that long, and it shows me that Glamour works against Spirit Sight. I'm quite relieved, in all honesty, as that means we're not entirely lost against that. But yeah, we barely took a we barely made a dent into their armies. Karnak, yeah, it's just another barbarian province being overrun. White Forest has been claimed by... I don't see any claimed province there. This is my province still. Fake news. So Great Mountains have lost 220 population. And, there it is. There's a couple of villains showing up, and my dudes gave him a royal spanking. Our forces defeated the attacking force from Independence. How? They must have routed. That's the only explanation I got. Okay, so the situation in Ashington just escalated just like I had expected it. So, well, there's all reason to assume that they will be just moving on like that. So, yeah, what to do out of that? I think I'm going to take the further provinces here, but it's safe to say that there will be tensions. Alright. Zonria does have a fair chance of being held, I think. I'm just considering now, where do I want to put my next fortresses? We do know that Elder Hill is a good position for that, but Elder Hill is at the same time really hard to defend right now. And so we're going to go and build another sweet little area here in the Light Hills, as I really find that much more feasible. Let's put it down like that. Alright. The good news is we took control over a lot of areas here. And our man Chadwick has been geared out quite well so far. So let's see, we don't have neither a helmet nor a body. So let's see what we can do here about that. Black Steel Helmet is way to go, as it has no encumbrance. This is a real good item, I just realized. Hell yeah. So, I have a really bad feeling about Elder Hill and its defenses. So we're cranking it up even more. And, well, there will be reinforcements from my troops, so that's the best thing that I can look forward to. Okay. In the meantime, recruitment stuff is working out just as intended. Let's keep up the Highwood recruitments there. I mean, yeah, it's not exactly a huge amount of troops coming together here. But, well, we getting there, little by little. Alright, so let's see. There's a battle at Zonria, and Tiradia. We got beaten back! Outrageous. So, how did that happen? Yeah, okay. It's been merely a handful of people, and it's been a donned army of horse riders. Our blenders went in, but obviously the cavalry took over at some point. That is very sad, in all honesty. So, Zonria, let's check it out. We got here on the defensive side nothing to speak even about. So, of course they lost. But we got a lot of good things happening here. Not so much the Hurricane and Strongbay, but Highwoods has now the capability of cranking out a Von Hers every single turn. So we're going to change that into Von Jarls now. And yeah, Cascafer, can you construct even more? No, you don't. Wonderful. Okay, so Orman Quasi, whatever, is sitting in Karnag and searching for stuff. Oh, wait a sec. So yeah, I'm really not down to invest in too much of my time into these provinces here. I mean, we could try and hold Elder Hill with all our might. Tell you what, we're going to do that, as a matter of fact. I think this is going to be the most effective way to lure the enemy into a situation that they don't want to be in. In the meantime, Swafner and his forces are coming on in hot. That is good news. Here we go. In the meantime, I'm cranking out even more and more research speed each turn. Okay, so armor-wise, I think, well, black steel just is a little bit heavy. It's my whole problem about these. Boots of the Behemoth, not so much. These just don't add too much into the whole equation. So, yeah. Let's try out how it works with a black steel plate. I really don't know whether or not it is a good or a bad idea. So, Hrimgrimna did make the escape. That is truly a relief, because it would have been really sad to have lost one of my best commanders just like that. Ah, look at that, Epernia kicking in hot. So here we can recruit a lot of people. Okay, let's see. So LANKA obviously goes into the offense much faster than we anticipated. And in Elder Hill, well, let's see. Those ethereal troops of theirs are a real pain. But now, let's see if it works out better with Grand Lodner's troops present. So there's a couple of Huskarls in the front line. Yeah, the flankers get caught. This time there is nobody in our back line. And Grand Lodner is also using Smite Demon. That is obviously a really powerful spell against ethereal units, I suppose. And let's see. Let's get a little bit closer into that. So yeah, the banishes hit hard, as this is just the bane of demonic units. I mean, the real nasty deal for the AI is they had no clue that my Vanheim were present. So what do we have here? A Rakshasi. So, death magic, nature magic, glam magic, blood magic. That's a hefty mix. LANKA looks nice too. Yeah, so the I think Grand Lodner is my prophet, so that just gave them a heavy blow in the face. There's been just too much that they couldn't deal with there. Brilliant. So that was a real good event for us, as this blew up this invasion force. And yeah, Grand Lodner, the Prophet. So the Prophet's forces are stupidly powerful in this regard, and that's a piece of good news. So Swafner and Hrimgrimna, that name, are going to join forces, and we are now going to start the recruitment party here now, wherever we can. So Lombaria has a fort, Highwoods has a fort, Epernia, which is a really, really powerful fort. I don't know, do we really want to invest into Herdman like that, or do we want to go for a couple of Huskarl as well? But personally, I see these guys are the best way to put my money down right now. And we can stop producing Vanjarls here and start producing Vanadrot. As the fortress in High Woods now has taken this part, so there's a fresh supply of Vanjarls being trained here at the Fort of High Woods. I also see a terrifying amount of enemies racking up here at the borders of Soromadia. Trouble. Trouble wherever I look. That's what I see here. Alright, but on the bright side, our man Jadvik, I think, is now fully geared out. We might give him a proper bow too. How about that? So let's see what we can forge. Well, alright. Bows are not necessarily the best proficiency of a mountain dwarf dude. So we are going to let him craft a couple of black steel helmets, or at least one. And let's see. I think I'm going to let it be like that. And Jadvik is now pretty much geared out, and we're going to send him down to Epernia. I want him and the troops from Epernia try to get a foothold into Agartha, as I really feel like we should definitely get ourselves acquainted with the areas down there as well. And we need to get people with priest skills into the forts where there's no temple and no, what's it called again? Lab yet. So there go the Van Hersies, spreading out all over the map. But I think in all fairness, this is probably the best way to do it. So evocation is now on level 3. We already saw that by the usage of storm winds. And I'd say we're going to analyze the next turn in the beginning of the next episode. There's going to be a battle in Zonria, but about that and beyond that, there's not much more than that. So, thanks for watching, you all. Bring me your comments down below. Thanks for your time. A thumbs up would be wildly appreciated, and a subscription would be awesome too. Feel free to drop me a look into the description box. There's Discord, there's Twitch, where I stream each Friday and Sunday in the evening hours of the Middle European time zone, and of course check out Patreon, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee, or the channel membership system on YouTube. I'd be really delighted about any form of support, and big thanks to all of the supporters of the channel, and a big thanks to you watching this video up until the very end. See you all on the next one. Bye bye.